Hey folks, welcome back to Bulletin Brass. Doing an ammo update, and we're trying the glasses because that way I don't have to worry about looking at the camera all the time. Yeah. Ammo update. It is basically September 1st, and it's been a couple weeks. Has anything changed? Honestly, not much. Just different vendors had things in stock. The overall price, as opposed to my best price that I'm listing, is pretty consistent for those. So let's get into it. 22s, price came down 2/10 of a cent, which when you're talking 6.7 to 6.5 cents per round, not insignificant. We're continuing the trend from 7.4 back in May all the way down to 6.5 now. So we're almost down a whole penny, which is more than 10%. Selection is the biggie for 22. It was really hard to get any kind of variety in 22 for a long time. Now, what do you want? It's available. I mean, you walk into Bass Pro, the shelf is full. Pick your poison. Online, same thing. 9mm steel cased, not overall, just steel cased. Didn't really change. Still 27 cents. Still a lot of people pulling shenanigans on the sales. 9mm brass cased, 27.5 cents. I mean, we're basically almost on par, which is kind of what I predicted a while ago. As steel cased Russian stuff becomes less common and brass cased gets caught back up, we're seeing that catch up because domestic steel cased is not going to be drastically cheaper than brass. The industry in the US has a lot of time and practice doing brass case. Switching to steel in the US is not drastically cheaper than brass. Working with it is not drastically cheaper. It is, in fact, harder. And that domestic production is set up for brass. So I don't think there's going to be a massive change. I think that it's going to be, the cheaper stuff steel or aluminum, and the slightly more expensive stuff is brass. But I almost think that's going to be industry habit and customer expectation as opposed to actual manufacturing costs. So 27.5 cents for brass case. That is slightly down. But on the other hand, back in May, we had 30 cents. And then June and July, 27.5 cents. And then it went back up to 28, and now we're back down to 27.5. So really, 40 cal didn't really change. We're still 32 cents where it's been for a couple months now. 45, 43 cents, not really down. It was 44 cents earlier last month, or mid last month, but it was 43 before that. It's trending downward, but it's really slow. 357 Magnum. This one's always all over the place. 56 cents. I got nothing. Selection still sucks. It's like 30-30. It comes in, but you don't get a lot of choices and it doesn't stick around. 223 steel. 37 cents. Has not changed, has basically been the same for a while. It is, if you look at the long-term trend, it is trending downward very, very slowly. 556, 223 brass case. Basically anything in that category. I usually look at mil-spec stuff because that is the cheapest, but if somebody had, if PPU has their non-mil-spec stuff cheaper, PMC, 41 cents a round, which is down. We were 47 cents a round in May. Is not as slowly as some of the other stuff trended downward. Not sure how much more room we've got. I don't think it's going to drop a whole lot faster. I don't think we're going to see some magic 25 cents a round come back. But, it's improving slowly. 308, and this is steel case, brass case. It didn't matter as long as it was basic 308. We'll get to match in a second. 60 cents. It isn't really representative. This stuff goes all over the place. We have had 67 cents, we've had 59 cents, and then right back to 66 and 67 cents. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It just depends on when I look and who's got what in stock. That's really all it comes down to. So don't rush if you're buying 308. There seems to be enough of a swing on the pricing that shop around. And, if you wait a week or two, it may change significantly. 308 match grade, whole different story. up to 120 cents, so $1.20, which is up from $1.07 a couple weeks ago, but the same as it was before that. And the overall trend is downwards. It's just a little screwball. 6.5 Creedmoor, $1.10. This is down. That's because of Aguila, Norma, all those guys. It was $1.14 a couple weeks ago, $1.20, $1.30, trending downward. Supply is good. If you were one of those people a couple months ago or a year or two ago going, is 6.5 Creedmoor going to survive? Is there going to be ammo? Clearly, yes. On the other hand, 6.5 Grendel brass case, shit, $1.20 still. So you can shoot 6.5 Creedmoor or 6.5 Grendel. It's the same price despite being a massively different size case with a massively different amount of powder. Supply and demand, baby, supply and demand. Also known as there's no freaking supply of 6.5 Grendel. 300 Blackout. Now, this is steel case in this case. Yeah. 60 cents. It's down a little bit. On the other hand, that's up from May and June. It's been higher lately. I don't know what the scoop is. I think it's just fluctuation in who's selling it and what they've got. Remember, I do restrict that to 125 grain or 110 grain. That is it. That is the update for September 1st. Take care. Have fun. Stay safe.